Hello, my friends. Pro-life leader Frank Pavone here, National Director of Priests for Life, bringing you another daily diary segment. What did I do from Wednesday, February 19th through Sunday, February 23rd of 2025? Well, during these days, although I was supposed to be at the CPAC conference, I instead was up in Port Chester, New York, because my mom was in the hospital, and she and my brother, I was together with them to assist during those days. And so I continued my work amidst the various helping of the family and being with my mom up there. So what happened was on the 19th of February, which was a Wednesday, I checked in with my staff early in the morning. You know, we have the daily briefing, so I was able to communicate with them before the visiting hours began at the hospital. And then at the hospital, of course, visiting with mom and helping out and communicating with the nurses and doing whatever needed to be done. And in the interim, mixed in with all that, getting on the phone with my staff, with pro-life leaders about upcoming projects and whatnot, and doing some work when I was able to step away on the laptop, including things such as preparation for an upcoming meeting of conservative leaders, preparation for the upcoming 30th anniversary of the Gospel of Life encyclical, approving appeal letters, making broadcast plans, working on the joint letter for the defunding of Planned Parenthood, promoting the Lenten devotional that I wrote for this year, approving press releases, planning for an interview with one of the leading conservatives in the country, working on upcoming trip plans, and working on plans for interaction with media. At the end of the visiting hours in the evening in the hospital, I went to get some dinner at a nearby restaurant and then went home for the night. Thursday, February 20th, very similarly, connecting with staff in the morning prior to visiting hours, and then going over to the hospital, spending some time there with mom, with my brother, with the consulting with the nurses and the doctors. She's making improvement. And at 10 a.m., I stepped away to do a phone interview with a New York Post reporter. Then I went back to see my mom, and we had lunch there in the hospital cafeteria. Visiting continued in the afternoon, and at 3 p.m. I stepped away for a Zoom interview with someone from the Justice Foundation, a national pro-life group. We had a great interview. I found a quiet spot in the lobby of the hospital. Then I went back and continued visiting with mom. At 5:30 p.m. I stepped away again and had a radio interview with American Family Association Radio. That went very well. And then I went back and visited until the end of visiting hours, then went to a nearby pizza place for some dinner and went home for the night. Some of the things I had to deal with in between all that on my laptop had to do with the Planned Parenthood defunding joint letter of pro-life groups, an entry for a book, a chapter for a book that someone invited me to write, dealing with responding to an invitation from the White House to join President Trump in the Oval Office with other pastors, plans for the forum, the pro-life leaders meeting that we do regularly, 2025 donor survey, making some final adjustments to that, and upcoming travel plans and approval of our Travelog, one of our regular newsletters. That brought us to Friday, the 21st of February, again, connecting with my staff in the morning, then going over to see mom when visiting hours began, helping out with all of that. I had a phone call on the way to the hospital with one of the Florida pro-life groups that is organizing the statewide Florida March for Life, at which I'll be speaking, which we're helping organize as well. Then visiting there at the hospital, then I had a 1 p.m. administrative phone call with our executive director and vice chairman, did some good planning on that particular call. And then continued visiting the rest of the day, and every once in a while getting away to check out my laptop on things like the March Project for Pro-Life Women in History. It's a regular one woman a day project that we have going on. A new Catholic social media site that we have established on X called Catholic_Vibes. Action alerts being approved, book interviews being arranged, the Lenten devotional being promoted, the follow-up on some interviews with other leaders, travel plans, Wisconsin State Supreme Court election, some work on that, approving appeals, the Florida March, the Mar-a-Lago event with priests that's coming up, the Council for National Policy, the conservative meeting, preparing a video for that, and also preparing my member report, and also work on the Travelog, one of our regular newsletters. That was Friday the 21st. Saturday the 22nd, still up there in Port Chester, visiting my mom at the hospital. But interspersed with all of that, of course, it was a Saturday, but nevertheless checking in with staff. Some of the things working on my computer are late-term abortion project. You'll be hearing a lot more about that. Upcoming trip plans. Plans for staff procedure revisions, articles for conservative publications, work on our travelogue, work on that chapter of the book that I was invited to write, and more follow-up from the pro-life leaders meeting. Again, same pattern. At the end of visiting hours, I would go to a nearby restaurant and then went home. And then finally, Sunday the 23rd of February, and that was a day when I did very much the same, checking in the morning as soon as visiting hours began. Some work on my laptop in regard to plans for the upcoming Pregnancy Center National Conference that I would be speaking at, and plans for our prospecting mailings, and also scheduling of interviews. Those were things dealing with on my laptop. And then I had a Newsmax interview in the middle of the afternoon, so I went from the hospital home to do that interview, and then went back to the hospital, visiting with mom and my brother the rest of the day, and helping out as I could, followed by just getting some dinner at night after visiting hours were over. And that's what I did from February 19 to 23, 2025. I hope your days are blessed, that your work for the unborn is going well, and that we stay connected. Thanks for following these updates, and God bless you.
Hi, this is Dr. Teresa Burke, founder of Rachel's Vineyard and pastoral associate of Priests for Life. So many people need healing from the wounds of abortion, but don't know where to turn. They live in pain and shame and despair. You can bring hope to their lives by letting them know that there are people ready to help them find forgiveness and healing. By going to abortionforgiveness.com, you can find the healing ministries closest to where you live simply by entering your zip code. You'll find our Rachel's Vineyard retreats there, as well as other good programs. This is a great tool to help with your pro-life groups, schools, and churches. Go to abortionforgiveness.com today, and please help us spread the word.
Hello, I'm Sam Brownback, and I've worked alongside Father Frank Pavone for many years on the cause of life. He's a true champion, and the Priests for Life have been wonderful champions of this great cause, of the cause of human dignity of every human at every phase of life, from the very first moment of conception until its natural death. The human species, the human person, each and every one are full of dignity, priceless in value, and Priests for Life stand for that. Join their work with them, work alongside them in this battle, this incredible battle, this fantastically important battle for life in the United States. We've got to win this fight. Join them.